And what I've got here is my favorite chocolate bar, Cadbury Whole Solid. It is the Dairy Milk Fruit and Nut. And all we're doing is giving that a chop. Nice. Well, not overly big, but yeah, I know you guys are wondering what madness is Uncle Chris up to today. What's up, soldiers? Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you guys here in the kitchen with me. We are doing a fruit and nut chocolate sort of chip banana bread. Yeah, I found some organic, I don't even know what organic banana is. I grew up in the Caribbean. Everything was organic, so maybe it's a marketing thing. I don't know, man. But anywho, fruit and nut chocolate banana bread. Stay tuned. You're gonna love this one, man. And here are the bananas that we'll be using. How do you guys peel a banana? You know what? These are small. I'll probably use 4 of them. They're tiny. 3 large ones if you're using large ones. But last night I saw someone pull back from here and peel her banana like that. And her thing was she uses the stem as a sort of a handle for holding it. No, I've never seen it done like, well, I have seen it done like that before. But when I was growing up, this is how we would eat a banana. We would pull back on the stem thing here and go like that. Oh, you see, it's starting to go bad. Just gonna cut out that little spot there. Then using a fork, all you would do is crush the bananas. You don't want it too much like pulp, but at the same time you don't want big lumps in there, right? So go ahead and keep working these until they're all crushed. In my bowl here, I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that we're gonna add some baking soda and some salt. Remember, the full list of ingredients will be listed down below, and the recipe itself will be on CaribbeanPot.com shortly. Just want to whisk that around. We're going to set that aside now. Then in this bowl, I've got 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. So an entire egg and 1 egg yolk. We need some vanilla. Some melted butter. And I use unsalted butter. It's totally optional if you want to use salted or unsalted. That's totally up to you. To that, I'm going to add some sour cream. And we're going to whisk that together with 1 cup of granulated sugar. And the whole idea here is to incorporate everything and get a sort of a nice smooth consistency. So it will take a few. Ooh, that went straight up into my eyes, man. That's too funny, boy. But anyways, I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna continue mixing this until everything is incorporated nicely. Now, the sour cream that I use there is a high-fat sour cream. The whole idea is to add moisture, so that is why it wasn't as runny as your typical. It will go nice and pale. Look at that. I still got some work to do though. I ended up switching over to the whisk instead of that spatula. Now here's where we're gonna add the crushed banana to the mix. I'm just gonna incorporate everything. One of the things I like adding, and I should have added it to the dry ingredients, but I think now is a good time as any. Some cinnamon. And some freshly grated nutmeg. fold that in, and now it's only a matter of bringing in the flour to the mix, and then folding in the pieces of chocolate that we chopped up earlier. Not sure if I've already said this or not, but your oven should be preheating at this point, 350 degrees. And now it's a matter of adding some of this flour, just a little bit at a time, and keep working it in. Try not to overwork it, so it's doing a sort of a folding motion. The whole idea is to make sure you don't see any dry flour spots as we do this. Now remember to get the center as well, because you don't want dry spots in there, right? And the whole idea is to not overwork it. So that is perfect where it is there. Toss in all that chocolate that we chopped up. I left back about a third of it for the top of it. Just fold those in. I'm just trying my best not to overwork the dough, because the more you overwork the dough, the more heavy or solid a banana bread you're going to end up with. So all you got to do now is put it into your prepared pan. I sprayed my loaf pan with some oil spray, or baking spray, or cooking spray, or whatever you call that. If you want to line it with parchment paper, you can certainly do that as well. I use my spatula to level it off on the top, and here's where I'm going to go on with the remaining chocolate chips that we created. Now remember, you can cut them up smaller, totally up to you. Into the oven, middle rack, 350 degrees. 1 hour later, and it's fully cooked, fully baked all the way through. If you want to double check, what you can do is take a toothpick into the deepest part there. If it comes out clean, you know it's fully cooked. If it doesn't come out clean, if there's still wet batter, you may want to put it back in for a bit more. What I am going to do is allow it to cool for about 10 minutes in the pan. Then I'll turn it over onto a rack and allow it to cool all the way through. Yes, your kitchen is going to smell good. Your house is going to smell good. Your kids will be bugging you. Mommy, mommy, daddy, cut the... No, tell them to have some patience. All right? See how best I can do this. Oh yeah. And we just flip it back over onto the rack now. And you allow that to cool on the rack. It's firming up nicely. Got those nice pieces of fruit, the dried fruit from the chocolate. There's nuts in there now. You would see people use walnuts in there, people use chocolate chips in there. But I'm telling you, the use of that chocolate bar there is just incredible. And it is one of my favorite chocolate bars. Chris at CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you guys here in the kitchen with me. I know you guys are surprised. I'm doing a baked dish, and it just so happens to be a dessert as well. Great little something to do with the kids. Have fun, take care of all yourself, and leave some comments down below, alright? What's up, soldiers? Don't forget to click subscribe. If you've already clicked subscribe, hit that bell notification thing. I want to all you missing out on the new videos, man. Come on, click.